Hello everybody, Flik here, and although it's been a while, it is time for another fan mail unboxing, and as you can see there's a gigantic box here. There's also a smaller one here, which arrived with plenty of time before Christmas due to the incompetence of the UK Postal Service. However, this one was an absolute nightmare to get a hold of, and that's why I'm opening it on January 4th. This first small one though, if we just push back the big one for a second, is from SteelUrMind. I know what's in it already, that's why it's open, as he told me in advance to make sure that it arrived, because he sent it directly from Games Workshop. He is feeding the addiction. So let me just move there down a little bit. It did, however, come with a nice Christmas card. Merry Christmas. And then inside, wishing you a Merry Christmas. And hopefully that is there. Hey Flik, SteelUrMind giving you a nasty, nasty gift. I hope you enjoy painting, and I hope to see these on the table soon. And it's a picture of a Santa. I was going to say orc, but I don't think that's an orc. Looks more like a troll or something, or I'm not sure, like an orc dwarf hybrid. But he did feed my 40k addiction, specifically the Great Devourer. And he gave me units I'm actually not familiar with. I've never used Hormagaunts, but that is a box of Hormagaunts, which are the melee focused bog standard Tyrannid troop choice. So there is that. Then there's a fast attack choice in the form of a Gargoyle Brood. Again, a unit I have never used, so that'll be interesting. They're small, but you can take lots of them, swarming, etc. So I look forward to eventually getting around to them. My build list and my paint list for 40k stuff is ridiculously large. And finally, an incredible show of generosity, he also got me the, well, it's the box that makes the Trigon Prime, which if you're familiar with the battle reports I've done already, I have, but he specifically wants me to make the Moloch, which is that one. And it acts a little bit different to a Trigon, so I will do as he asked, and I will make a Moloch and see how that performs. It's like a Tremors, basically. It's a worm that kind of digs and smashes up through the floor, then digs again. So thank you, SteelUrMind, for being very, very generous, and for confirming that Games Workshop will actually ship to a PO box. Now this one, it's too big. This one I had to fight tooth and nail for because Royal Mail is absolutely garbage. This is from LordPsyc0n, and he has been overly generous, and I kept on telling him not to be, but he chose to do this. I don't know what it is. It's relatively heavy, and it's almost entirely opened. Not quite. Hang on, I've got scissors here. Oh, but the fighting I had to do. This actually arrived in the UK on the 14th of December. Royal Mail did not tell me it was there, and it had an import fee to pay until 2 days after I'd already complained to them about where it was. That's how incompetent they are. But we're not here to complain about them again. We are here to see what LordPsyc0n has given. Let me just fold that away. Get rid of that box. What do we have here? I genuinely don't know. Oh, I see beef jerky. I see beef jerky. It's huge bags of beef jerky. Jesus, how much is that? Jack Link's 16 ounces. I don't actually know what that is in like my measurements. Is that like a kilogram or something? Oh wait, 454 grams. Okay, that is massive. That is a big bag of jerky, and I see another one. I also see a letter, and that is original flavour, £1 bag. That's going to take me a while to get. I was just thinking the other day, and this is totally genuine, that I was looking through my beef jerky and I was like, oh, I'm going to have to order some more soon. I don't anymore. Not for a little while anyway. Fresh log zipper bag versions. It's like the loot crates in Siege. So traditionally I read letters last, so I will do that. I'll try and remember it's there. What is this? This is a wargaming building thing. There's actually something wrapped. Oh, this is open. It's a bit. I actually have something very, very similar to this, and this is actually a much better size. Like, imagine it cut off there. Nice. I will be sure to use that in my battle reports. And this looks like the whole set here. Come on, Gothic Ruins, Gothic City Ruins 1. Oh, there's actually like just, again, that is perfect because I need more tall scenery. I have a lot of, without being, you know, too modest, nice looking but very small scenery for the battle reports. To have a fair game, you need lots of stuff like this and this, where you don't just get infantry shot off the table 5 seconds into the match because there's nothing to hide behind. So thank you. Is that for your personal collection? Is that why it's not in a box, or is it out of this box? Because that looks like the same thing, but this has definitely got something in it. So that has solved my issue. Oh, yeah, that's definitely solved my issue for requiring more line of sight blocking terrain, which is excellent. Because now we're into the new year, I was planning on getting the gaming table set back up to record some new battle reports. Also, there might be some cuts in the video. If there is, it's because I'm either getting rid of these things or because my camera overheats if I have it running too long. There's actually rat presents. I don't want to worry you, but this sounds like sprue. You know what sprue is? Sprue is the lifeblood of the wargaming addiction. Oh no, I see Warhammer 40k. What is it? What is it? Feed my addiction. It's a bastion! I don't mean that kind of bastion, I mean it's a good bastion. It is an Imperial bastion. It is a building. Again, you have been... Sorry if that's loud, incidentally. You've been far too generous, my friend. But that is an Imperial bastion. You can actually take that as a unit, believe it or not. I think the way I would use it is, again, a nice, thick, chunky line of sight blocking bit of terrain, which was sorely needed in the battle reports, I think. Yep, that is amazing. It's a big ass box as well. Shouldn't be too hard to paint either if I go for like a standard military colour, which I think I can do. I'm running out of places. I'm going to have to put this on the floor for now. I don't think the dog likes eating sprue, so don't worry. Let's see. Oh, that's sticking to something. I'm reaching in. It's stuck to something. What is... it's all stuck together. What is this? Oh no, it sounds like sprue. This is a card and something else. There's too much tape. I'm trying to cut the card free to open it. Let's see if you just go like that. And then like that. Oh, I'm getting there. I'm trying not to look underneath, but no promises. Also, I just stabbed myself a little bit. This is why you don't use scissors, the way I'm currently using. Scissors is a Warhammer 40k thing beneath. Let me put those down there. I thought SteelUrMind was the only one feeding my terrible, terrible wargaming addiction. As it turns out, I was incorrect. This looks like a Christmas card. I think I can open this prior to anything else. You know, it is January 4th after all. Season's greetings. Let me just make sure there's no personal information or anything hidden inside. No, wishing you all the best this holiday season on January 4th. Thank you very much, James, otherwise known as LordPsyc0n. I appreciate it. I can't, well, I will actually, I still have a Christmas card up that someone gave me. I'll put yours up for a few days. Just don't tell anybody. I did say on stream once, oh, there's another bit of wall. I did tell someone on stream once, if you have Christmas stuff up too long after Christmas, it should be grounds for having you shot. I think there is another bit. There is, yes. It's almost like there's actually two sets of Gothic runes. I think that's everything out the box. So I'm trying to get this small part off first, but it's well and truly stuck. Cut. There we go. Alright, I'm opening this off camera so I don't look at the box. Hang on. What is this? It's a Warhammer 40k thing. I'm not sure what it is. I'm still not sure what it is. What is this? Oh, it's Chief Librarian Tigarius. That is a very old-fashioned Finecast miniature, which they stopped doing because everybody hates Finecast. That is an Ultramarine Chief Librarian. I don't have him. I actually use the 7th edition Librarian, and I kind of used him as a stand-in for Tigarius sometimes, so now I have the guy himself, which is good. He was exceptionally powerful in 7th edition. I'm not actually sure how powerful he is in 8th edition, so now I have an excuse to find out. And I think finally we have ourselves yet more plastic crack in the form of a drop pod, which would be my third, incidentally. Oh god, there's actually 2 layers. Yep, that's a drop pod. That is my third for doing alpha strikes with the Ultramarines. Then we have a tactical squad, which is the standard troop choice. They're smaller than the Primaris ones you've seen in the battle reports I've been doing recently. And then an Assault Squad, which are jump pack guys who you might know from me and Valinar playing through Dawn of War 2. Because I was using a jump pack a hell of a lot in that. I have some of them. They've never seen use on the table because I haven't got around to painting them yet. So that would bring me up to, I think, 15 of them in total. So that's a sizable squad. And then finally, wait, maybe not finally. I think there's other boxes under this. Good grief, there is. Space Marine Stormhawk Interceptor. This must be a flyer they added after I stopped playing 7th edition, because I don't recognise this. Oh wait, optional assembly. It can make a storm... I've got a Storm Talon, I've got that. This I have never seen before, so I don't actually know... Oh, it looks nice. There it is there. I don't actually know what it's got, or how it performs, or anything like that. I'm going to have to look into it. It looks nice. I haven't introduced flyers into my 8th edition on the channel yet, because I'm trying to introduce the rules slowly. And then we have Marnius Calgar and his Honor Guard. I do actually have these, but the Honor Guard can go to use. Marnius, I might be able to paint him better now. I really like that model. That is one of my favourites. Unfortunately it is fine cast, but what can you do? But yeah, the Honor Guard look great as well. I've never painted any of them because, quite frankly, I didn't think I had the skill because they're so complicated looking. Another great model though. And these look like, yeah, Horus Heresy. Cataphractory Terminators. I believe these are now usable in 8th edition, believe it or not. You can use old school Terminators, and they have rules and points and everything. And they have slightly different rules to normal Terminators. Heavy Flamer, Power Sword, Combi Bolter, Grenade Harness, Power Fist. Yeah, so they're old school. They're pre-40k, they're 30k. And I've never used them before, because they're in the other edition. But they are now usable. I don't know if they're better or worse than standard Terminators, but now I have another excuse to try it and see. I believe that is everything that's in here. Let me quickly just kind of dig around in case there's anything stuck. There's so much of this stuff. So that leaves the letter. Yep. I think that is everything, and that is obviously far too much generosity from one person. Not only that, he forced me to tell him how much the import tax was to cover it, because I said I wouldn't tell him, and then he said, well, I'm just going to guess. So I had to tell him. And let me open up the letter. I'm being blackmailed with generosity, people. A generosity which I don't think I'll ever be able to repay. Flik, I'll let you make the decision if you want to show anything on your channel or not. I'm generally a private person and prefer to work things behind the scenes. However, to be frank, no one would know who I was anyway, so it's of little merit. On the chance of violating the lurker code, I'm not showing this on camera just in case it has any personal information. I figured you deserved a Christmas present, let's say from a whole channel, if it makes you feel better to accept it. A whole channel, that's interesting. While I can only speak from my standpoint, you've kept me entertained during many weekend days off of work that sometimes become a necessity. Unfortunately, during the week I'm unable to catch the live streams but I keep up on Twitch and YouTube. Glad to see you breaking back into the 40k hobby. I'm about giving up on it for several reasons, however watching your videos have piqued my interest, albeit only from a modelling standpoint, which is perfectly acceptable. I suppose eventually I will have to learn to paint. Oh wait, you model them but you don't paint them. Yeah, learn to paint. I don't know how to paint and I do it. Anyways, keep up the magnificent work and I hope you have a good holiday season. Thanks for keeping it going for all of us. Sincerely, LordPsyc0n. Yeah, I will show that as... He is a private person. That is probably also why when I check that he can afford to do generous things like this, he is coy about the answers and whatnot. I respect people's privacy, but at the same time, I want to make sure that they're not putting themselves into poverty for the sake of a random guy from Scotland who makes dumb-ass videos and streams on the internet. That is the most generous thing I've ever been given, quite frankly. And I don't think any words could possibly express how thankful I am. It's made a, well, it's January 4th, but it's made a Christmas worth remembering. So thank you, LordPsyc0n. Thank you, SteelUrMind. And thank you to everyone who hung out at the extra long streams I did over Christmas and New Year. I greatly appreciate that you're willing to hang around. You know, after the boom of the channel for Overwatch kind of ended, those who stuck around, hopefully stuck around for the right reasons. I will strive to continue in 2018 providing content worthy of this, to try and give back the generosity I've received here, which isn't entirely visible because the box is so big. But you're a private person, so I will not gush too much more. I've said my piece to you in private as well. Thank you again. Oh, it will take a while, especially because I have other models primed up already. I will get through this though, and they will be seen on the table once battle reports come back, which should be soon. I'm aiming to try and do like at least one a month, maybe two every other month, that kind of thing. We'll see. And if you don't know what any of this is all about, you can go check those out if you want. Also, don't harass LordPsyc0n. He wants to be a private person, he can be. Thank you again though, thank you to SteelUrMind. I hope you all had a good Christmas in general. If you've not been able to catch the streams or YouTube because you've been busy with family, family is more important. I don't know what else to say. Thank you again. All I can say is thank you. And thank you for watching as well. And with that, ta-ta for now.